Rinse all of that conditioner out, and you are now ready for Moisturizing 101. Back to the basics. Yes, you want to make sure that you thoroughly rinse out all of the conditioner in your hair. We have our hair in sections, so it's easy to go in between each high density area, each high density section of our hair to make sure we're getting into all the nooks and crannies and getting out all of that conditioner. Rinse very thoroughly. Depending upon the density of your hair, depending upon the texture of your hair, that will determine how many sections you create. I have high density hair and my strands are fine, but they are definitely very textured, very crinky and curly. I have deep S patterns in my hair. I have Z patterns as well. And I have high elasticity. So having more sections in my wash day definitely helps me to have more control over my hair. And I'm continuing to set my hair up for success. So I want to ensure that I rinse out all of that conditioner so that my hair can be ready to accept the moisturizer. This is very important. Take your time. Regroup, reposition, get comfortable, and make sure all of the conditioner is out of your hair. And you want to do this on warm water just to ensure that your cuticles are open and you are melting all of that product off of your hair. The conditioner product, by the way. So once you have all of the conditioner out of your hair, it's best if you pin up your hair in sections, keeping your twist together, but pin your hair up in sections. So what I do is I work my hair in rows. I have a row in the front and two rows in the middle and a row in the back. So if I reverse pin my hair up, it makes it easier for me to work section by section, starting with the back and then the middle, the top, and the very top. So I want to make sure that I have all of my water sources ready. Sometimes I use the shower head as my water source, but sometimes I use the water bottle as my water source. You definitely want to make sure that you have a water source if you're outside of the shower, but if you're in the shower, you can use either the water bottle or you can use the handheld shower if you have a handheld shower head. So I'm giving my hair one last rinse, one last point of saturation all over before I go in and start adding in my moisturizer. time for moisturizer. So I have saturated the first section and I am emulsifying the moisturizer so that it can be smooth in my hands before applying it to that section. My hair was still dripping before I applied this. You can see the water flying everywhere. And so now I am rubbing that moisturizer thoroughly into this first section. And then I'm raking it through my hair to ensure that I get the product off from in between my fingers, and to also ensure that my section is detangled, and to also ensure that my section is clumping together. I am adding more water to my hair because water is a product, water is my friend, and I'm adding water so that this moisturizer can lock in the moisture. I mean, you have to have water on your hair before you can lock in the moisture, right? So I'm adding water before, after, and then after again. Actually, water through every stage of this process. And then moving on to the next section, making sure that I've fully saturated first. And as I'm fully saturating it, I can feel that it is cleansed. I can feel that there's nothing on it. There's no shampoo, there's no conditioner, there's no pre-poo, there's no deep conditioner, there's no nothing on my hair. And I see my curls forming so that I know I'm able to set these curls that I see. So emulsifying the moisturizer in my hand before adding it to my hair. I'm rubbing it through the section. I'm actually squeezing it just to make sure that it's distributed throughout my hair. I'm raking my fingers through to help my hair and my curls clump together, and to ensure that my hair is detangled, and to ensure that my hair is stretched. Since I have high elasticity, my hair shrinks a lot. My goal during styling is to ensure that my hair stays stretched. One way to do this is to ensure that my hair stays hydrated. So I'm adding more water. Before going back in and making sure that the product is thoroughly rubbed through and that my curls are clumping and that it's detangled. So smoothing that section helps my hair. Raking that section helps my hair. And hydrating that section helps as well. So this is the first row that I've started in my hair. I always start in the back, and then I clip that section away so that I can go to the next section. First, I want to make sure that that section is together and it's marinating. And I want to make sure also that I don't try to add more product to that section, and that I don't rinse anything out of that section, since for this style, for this wash, I'm using the shower head, the handheld shower head, to resaturate each section before adding the moisturizer. And that other section is totally out of the way, so I don't have to worry about rinsing anything out. And see how the water is really hydrating my curls? It's elongating my curls, and it is helping my curls to form. Having my hair twisted has helped as well. So I'm going in, adding that moisturizer, and squishing it to make sure that it's distributed throughout that entire twisted section. So rubbing it through really, really good, just to ensure that my hair is smooth once I rub it through. Adding more water. If you feel that your product is clumping up or that it's not dissolving, so to speak. Add more water because the product is water soluble, and it will allow you to rub it in a lot better. As I'm rubbing the moisturizer in my hair, I can feel my curls clumping together. If I did not feel my curls clumping together, I could easily go in and separate my curls. And as I'm coming through tangles right here, I can stop and carefully take out those tangles to make sure that my fingers glide through. I can separate it into smaller subsections so that it's easier to make sure that my hair is stretched from root to tip and that it is not coiled up. And then I'm going to clip that section as well. So I'm going to do this all over my head where I resaturate each individual section, each individual twist. I am resaturating it with water one by one before adding the moisturizer. I am working the water gently into that piece of sectioned hair, stretching out my strands without squeezing everything out of my hair. I'm rubbing the product in my hair because the water is still dripping from my hair. I'm actually emulsifying the product in my hand before adding it to my hair. Saturating with water, emulsifying the product in my hand, rubbing it in my hair, adding more water, making smaller subsections, and raking my fingers through each section that has moisturizer on it. I see my curls forming. This will be a great set. So at the end of each section, I'm adding a clip. So that section can be clipped away, and also so that the weight of the clips can help with keeping my hair stretched. So once I have the product into the entire area surface of my hair, I can then go in with my water source and I can resaturate each area of my hair before I pin it up. And after the moisturizer, I'm going to pin my hair up out of the way so that I can prepare to add my styling product. So now I'm going to reverse pin my hair up. So the sections that I've worked on last, I'm going to pin them up first so that I can add styling product starting in the back. And this way I'll be able to unpin my hair as I go from back to front. And the reason that I'm pinning my hair up and tucking it in is so that I can hold on to that moisture. I can keep the moisture and allow it to drip inside my hair rather than dripping um, on the ground or my shoulders or anywhere else, and so that it will not dry out as fast. So now I'm just resaturating the back of my hair before I pin that area up. And I'm pinning it up row by row so that the last row that I pin is the first row that I will add my styling products to. Now we are ready for styling.
So you definitely want to put moisture in your hair before you seal it in, right? Moisturizing your hair and keeping it hydrated is a process. It is something that you are always striving for. You don't get there and stop. You continue to strive for it. You learned that, right? So you already heard that. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know or you haven't already heard. So seal in that moisture. Moisture is water. Mm-hmm.